Call to order, July 13th, 2026, Alger County Committee of the Whole. Roll call.
Okay, Wyatt Seaberg. Mickey Rondo.
Here.
Dean Seaberg.
Here.
Mike Nettleton.
Here.
Robert Hughes.
Here.
All right.
Why are you yelling at us?
Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you.
Brief public comment. Do we have anybody with brief public comment? I see somebody jumping.
I'm jumping. Where did you want me to jump to?
Wherever you were there.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me if it doesn't matter to you guys. Just a reminder, I'm Erin Daines with MSU Extension. My title.
Sherry Gates.
Oh, hey, what's up? Sorry, Joel. I know this is being recorded. Anyway, Erin Daines, MSU Extension District Director. So I first of all wanted to start off by saying thank you for approving our ballot language. And I just wanted to show up here today too, just to remind you that we are running for the August 4th election. I'm still.
I know, I'm so sorry. You're like, I totally threw you off. It's all my fault, I'm sorry.
It's so your fault. Anyway, I do have some information here just about the election and some of the things. I can only say so much because we are an education resource. So I can only educate you about the about the election. I cannot tell you how to vote. But this is a fact sheet that I'm also going to hand out to you guys. I am so sorry I didn't even ask if it was okay if I approach your benches. Well, some counties are pretty formal. So anyway, so this is just gives you, it's just a renewal that we have. We've had this with MSU Extension, and I don't know if you guys knew, but it's either Alger or Luce County, and both of them are in my district. They are the longest standing millages in the state for MSU Extension. So I appreciate that as well, but it's just a renewal for us. It does help us with our 4-H programming. And speaking of 4-H programming, just in case you guys didn't know, we are working with Little League. Little League, I think, might be over. I should have asked Irene when I was at the office. Okay, thank you for that.
One of the coaches.
Nice, good work. So that now is over, and I know between the 3 counties that do it, which are all up for millages for us, they had 471 kids in those 3 counties. I mean, oh, I'm getting goosebumps. It's just amazing. 50 coaches per county or something like that. It's just crazy. So they go from doing Little League right into 4-H camp, and I had an opportunity to go there as well at Clear Lake in Manistee, Schoolcraft County. Unbelievable, and there were kids from here that went to camp. Unbelievable. The amount, I'm just so impressed with 4-H and for what we provide for counties. It just was amazing to see youth. They had a structure to everything, of course. The DNR worked with them. They were able to snorkel, they swam and kayaked. Arts and crafts and all of that stuff, which is always cool. But the one thing that I really, really liked about it is that it was not, this is a structure, we're gonna stick to it and nobody can move, but kids were free within, safety, of course. That's our number one thing. But they could just kind of meander if they wanted to meander, where they knew the next station. You had to be there. I walked in, and we call them success stories with MSU Extension. I was only going to do this brief, but now I'm like on a whole thing. So I'm sorry. Anyway, we call them success stories. I was there probably in the first 5 minutes, and I could have written, I don't know how many success stories. Kids that you can tell are not comfortable in other areas just finally opened up, and they were talking. It just is amazing, the work that is done in 4-H and in our counties. It just is just wild. Anyway, moving on to the next thing. So Tyrene is going nuts. So with another program, she is doing Life of Lake. You guys have known Life of Lake in this county for what, 30 years, something like that. And so she is jumping right into that, so don't give her a call, don't text her, don't do anything, just let her be, because she's trying to deal.
That's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yes, it is. Thank you. Do you volunteer?
Oh, I donate all the transportation to and from the island with it.
Nice work, thank you for that. So, anyway, and then of course, then we have UPREC and all the programs that go on there and some of the other, things that we do in this county. So I just want to say I appreciate all that you guys do. Thanks for approving the ballot language. And if you all want to be Friends of Extension and you can talk to people about how they should vote, hopefully you would be in our favor. You can say that, I cannot, but I would appreciate that as well. So thank you, and if you have any questions for me too, you can rifle them at me.
Thank you. Thank you.
You mentioned Little League, are they actually part of Little League, or are they a different, I think they're different, aren't they?
They're pretty much different. I don't want to say the word,
Cause the kids in Chatham can't play them because they're not in Little League.
yeah, I think that they have, if I'm correct, out of those three counties, so Schoolcraft, Luce, and Alger County, they play within themselves. Am I
Yes,
correct on saying
is
that?
correct. Yep.
So they're their own Little League. They're
Okay.
4-H Little League.
Little League.
4-H.
They are. And
They're little,
I
but they're
think
robust.
We were talking about, possibly doing scrimmages with those from Superior Central in that area versus, it would be more of a scrimmage type,
Mhm.
not necessarily the same kind of game, but we were talking about that. And I think that that's something that could be on the books for next year.
And
is
it
what I
does
was told.
follow the same Little League rules, all of
Yes.
those things, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
But
So,
you don't play in their Little League playoffs.
No,
Yeah.
no,
nope.
So you got,
I think.
we're trying to expand with Scandia and Gwyn right now, so.
I think it's very
Kinda wondering about Munising, you know.
I think 4-H has a different protocol, and I
Mhm.
think, in my opinion, as a coach, they have more time to dedicate to working the program than the previous administration did.
the previous baseball group,
Yes,
yeah.
so I don't think it is.
There's a reason why 4-H slipped into this. So, and I'm not
Yeah.
I am privy to the information. I just don't remember it completely. I just remember that we kind of took over, and I hate to use the word took over, because that's has a negative connotation.
You acquired the responsibility.
Right, that's a better way to put it, thank you, yeah. And it's really made, I mean, in those three counties, they've really been able to give kids that wouldn't have had that opportunity. I mean, the price is fantastic, I mean,
Yes.
and the amount of, the coaches have to go through a lot more rigorous.
I feel much better knowing that my daughter has to do whoever coaches my daughter has to do a background check. They have to,
They all do, Little League too.
But it's not only a background check, they go through MSU, 4-H, they have to go through like 3 modules or 4 modules.
Yeah.
I've done it myself, I was a 4-H leader in Houghton County a while back. I mean, there's a lot to it, I mean,
yes, and I probably had about 5 or 6 hours of
training.
training. But I don't think that the previous organization that had 4-H did background checks
Heads of baseball.
on the Little League. I think that's a huge difference. I know they don't do it on the,
They have to be to volunteer. Oh,
I know they don't do it for, soccer, so I don't know unless the Little League requires something different.
yeah, we're not in soccer.
No, I said the previous one.
You have to. That's scary.
Anyway, sorry,
Sketchy.
sorry,
Okay, yeah.
sorry.
Hey, Joel, take that off.
Sorry, Joel.
Joel,
Did
take
you
that
do-
off, any recording that was there.
We don't edit the recordings.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Sorry,
you.
I
Put
apologize.
the rabbit
No,
ears
no,
away.
you're good, you're good.
Okay,
Down the hole.
Call me
Any
later.
other
sorry.
short comment? 2 times, okay.
Okay.
Close public comment. Agenda. Anybody got anything on the agenda to add or subtract? No?
I just got that letter for you guys to read,
Yeah.
so.
Am I adding that in number 5, or is that at the bottom?
Do you wanna add that as
Correspondence?
Or
correspondence?
just
Sounds
correspondence.
like good to me.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to correspondence, please. Consent on agenda?
Yep,
Okay, number 6, letter of support, NPS land equation opportunity. We had some questions for you.
Sure.
Mickey had questions, I know.
Yeah, happy to, first off, I don't know, just given all the sort of communications and everything, there were maps and information sheets, were those distributed?
Yep, we have the maps.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yep. Good meeting.
So sure, I am Brett Matushak, I'm the senior real estate manager from Lime Great Lakes Timberlands. This project in the form that it is now is sort of my brainchild that we started working on with the Park Service back in February of 2020. So just as a quick notation here for the way this is stated on the agenda. So what NPS will actually acquire is a conservation easement. Lime and whatever successor company may come along down hopefully well down the line, will continue to own and manage the property as Working Forest Timberlands. What the Park Service is acquiring is a conservation easement over that for the trail to exist in perpetuity, described in 40-acre parcels rather than as a pathway with a right-of-way on the sides, as is most common in national trail systems.
I think our biggest question that we've had was, how does that affect our county with taxes?
It stays in CF.
So you don't-
Nope, it stays in CF, it remains open to the public just as it would
So we
normally.
wouldn't see any less taxes or anything
No
of
less
that?
or no more.
Do you have any other questions? That was a big
that was my
question.
big question.
Sure.
But that trail goes through a 40, you're taking the whole 40.
Correct.
The whole 40 will be,
The whole 40 as described, by quarters is what's included. It's certainly a more effective way to be able to continue to manage the timberlands versus having a trail and then having a right of way on either side, that has to be surveyed and marked. It becomes rather intensive. However, there will though be a sort of a special zone of buffer, to create where the management is slightly altered to, kind of create a more trail-like feeling. So, the areas.
We're not gonna log right up to the
Yeah,
trail.
we're not gonna be,
Just 'cause it happens to be
logging
on
right up to
10
it.
feet into this 40.
Exactly, yeah, so there will be, I think it's 200 feet on either side, that will be sort of a special management zone, so that, we can kind of create a more trail-like, I think, Chris Laudenslager, who's the superintendent of the trail, would say a, more old growth type feel, certainly focused on the enjoyment of the user.
anybody else got any questions?
This is across, private property?
This does not include any lands that is not owned by Lime Great Lakes Timberlands. So this is across only Lime. Hopefully that, this is something, our history of conservation projects is growing. We just finished the Michigamme Highlands conservation easement here that closed a little bit ago. Of course, we just did the project with the sale to the city here up on the bluff. We spoke recently with a couple of our folks regarding the 150,000 acre conservation easement that we're currently working on, and so this is just kind of another piece of that conservation legacy that Lime really prides itself on working toward.
Are you doing this with other counties like Baraga?
Yes,
And-
yes.
Okay.
This Baraga, Ontonagon,
Marquette.
Marquette, and Ontonagon across the entirety of the trail on our land base. In total about 10,000 acres. And
Does that go through the McCormick track or no?
the trail does go through the McCormick track, and so our lands do buffer up on either side, both on the kind of the south side and the east side.
Does that go up to Porcupine Mountains or?
We do not
Where
go
does
all the way to
where does
Porcupine Mountains. This would go like through Victoria.
Okay,
Yep, Victoria, along the Victoria Reservoir, and then out towards the Norwich Trail. And sort of like the Norwich Trail would be sort of the end of our ownership there where the trail crosses. And so what the request is coming from Chris Laudenslager is a letter of support from the county in favor of this transaction, which would be the sale of a conservation easement by Lime Great Lakes Timberlands to the National Park Service.
if there's no difference in taxes, I don't.
There's no
oppose it.
loss for
Yeah.
us,
No.
on any, you
Yep.
know, it's only a gain of, you know, you can keep that all in
Public
public
land.
use,
Wouldn't be bad if it was a four-wheeler trail, but
you know.
Any
no, I have
questions?
no opposition.
No, I'm good.
Consensus?
Yep.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure to be here. Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
invite.
Number 7, Lily. We have a proposal
I do,
for defense services.
I do,
We've had it out twice
yes.
and have nobody biting at it.
Crickets.
But Lily's got an idea.
I do have an idea, 'cause
Since
I
we did
would,
Tell her when she wanted to retire.
Trying
to find her own replacement.
I didn't really,
Yep.
basically, the MAACS model, the MAX model, is the same thing of what I'm proposing, where I'd also take on the admin work.
Okay.
So I would be primary counsel at arraignment, at all arraignments really, unless there was a conflict from the get-go, which is what I do already. And then assign cases out or take them myself, which is what I do already. It would just be an independent contractor model rather than a salaried county employee position. And it would also alleviate the overhead of actually having an office here.
That's what, the only difference is that
Yes.
we would be gaining in office.
You would be gaining an office, I would be operating more like out of the courtroom. So there is a meeting space in the courtroom after the new construction. We would be using that more just like private counsel. And I would be doing the administrative work for the county's grant. The county still has that contract. It is ultimately the county's funding, but I would be managing that with a 1099 basis. I think there may have been a proposal, and I know Pam was here at the committee, and she was concerned about some of the language in it. Pam and I had a really good conversation, just answering her questions and trying to alleviate those concerns. Let's say, if the office stayed as it is right now and then converted me to a 1099, that would not be permissible. That's not what I'm proposing. And I'm actually, I would not have a footprint here other than my work in the courtroom or maybe using a public meeting confidential room area type, and going to the jail. We wouldn't have an employee that would be a county employee, nothing like that. If for some reason down the road I have an employee, that'd be great, but right now we don't have that overhead. So, yeah, so the language in the contract again is very similar to what Attorney McGregor uses in Schoolcraft. I've also run it through MIDC, just asking, is this kind of aligning with what other counties are doing? And it does. It's ultimately up to you guys if you are okay with seeing the office shift that way.
I personally think it's a good idea since we can't find anybody
Yeah.
anyway.
No
And,
choice.
you know, to do a one-year trial, this is
Yeah.
a perfect opportunity with
Yep.
somebody we know and
And I'm gonna go ahead and guess, because you're using the same numbers that MIDC was using to fund the grant,
Yeah.
that, I mean, and we all know that something can come up and throw the numbers all to hell, but I'm assuming that we're anticipating coming in about the same as you are now, or as a contract employee,
we only
as far
pay
as the
50,
grant
we
funding.
only pay 50,000 of that anyway, and then
Right.
the rest is all determined by the state.
And
Our,
that's what I, and
Yeah.
just making sure that I was reading everything right, that, yeah,
Yeah.
it shouldn't really be anything
No.
above and beyond what we already have
It's
to
still
do,
our
so.
grant for the full
Yes.
amount.
Okay,
and the grant into 2027, we had gotten it approved already.
Yep.
And so we can go back in and make adjustments. We would anticipate, I mean, this is a 1 year, we'll see how it goes.
see how it goes.
Right, but we would anticipate that there would be a significant remainder left, after this year, which is a good problem, but we'll be able to adjust, you know, after the year, if we'd like to renew it. We'd have a budget that would be more appropriate, so, but honestly, less amounts to taxpayers.
Sure,
Again,
especially this year.
and this county is kind of set up where, when I first got here, I would say I had about 80 cases. And now it's steadily declined. Case amounts have declined. And the amount that I have now, there isn't a reason for the salaried position.
You're getting bored.
I am, but in a good way. I'm I'm able to read some more things that I maybe hadn't been able to like 3 years ago. And so taking this time, has been good. And doing a little bit more too, so, yeah.
I think it's a
Any
great
questions?
idea, I mean, it
Oh,
solves the
yeah.
problem if nobody's responded to the ad anyhow.
Right.
And, I mean,
Are you
Lily's
going,
always done an excellent job of doing the best job possible for the folks here in Alger County, so,
Thank
you know,
Are
if we get to keep her another year, basically.
yeah, are you gonna keep your office in Alger County?
Absolutely, yeah, so, right now, you know, the plan, if I was leaving August 15th, if this proposal is accepted, I would just be staying on until September 30th, and then it would roll into the 1099. I will have some questions just about kind of moving out of there, you know, if, and there's also like equipment. And I would like to, I think I would make a recommendation of if you wanted to sell that equipment, this is what it would look like. I don't, and
I think all that can be
Right. Right.
easily figured out.
sure, so, but yeah,
Bob, anything?
I'm okay with it as long as, you know, the grant's still covering it and, cause it raised our bill that much.
That's,
Sure. Sounds like a great idea.
thank you guys.
Consensus?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, understanding with Chief Deputy Register of Deeds position. Joel, you on the mic for this one?
Your eyeballs again.
Yeah, I know, he ain't listening.
Or is that for me, Joel?
I think Sherry's got this one.
Right here it is.
Okay, so we got together and we put together a memorandum of understanding to kind of keep us in line with where the chief deputies, certain chief deputies with population of X amount fit into, and we are part of that. So the chief deputy register of deeds is a position that should be salaried, and it is at the appointment of the clerk.
It's one of the only chief ones in the state, by the state mandate. This is the only one that we have to have chief deputy of, if I remember right.
That is correct.
And we don't have it as a
We
Salary.
have it, but it is
It's
We
not
have the
as a
position,
salary.
it's not.
salary.
And some of the caveats are that, during a term, the position cannot, the wage, the salary cannot be lowered
Correct.
during the term of the clerk, as well as, it has to also, the salary has to be set by November, there's a specific date.
For the next term, yeah.
For the next term. So I think those are the only two things, that really stand out about it, and just making sure that the clerk, whoever that clerk is, has the ability, they still will remain in the union, with the those two different caveats, which the union has signed, John Waldo and myself as the chairperson, so. Does anybody have any questions?
I'm sure we're gonna have questions on this. I'd like to put this on take it out of the
Consent agenda.
consent agenda for next week, so we can discuss it more. I know I'm gonna have some questions about it,
I've got a couple as well, so.
so,
Okay,
Well, we're setting ourselves,
we're gonna wanna set this as an action item
now we're,
oh,
next
okay,
week.
cause we're
Next
gonna,
week.
yeah, we just don't wanna deal with it right, we're not,
so this is not set,
Well-
no, I don't think so. I would not like to vote on this tonight.
Well, no, we're not gonna vote, when I ask for consent, it's gonna be yes or no. So you would say no if you want it just to be, if that's not squashing it, that's putting it on
Right, to next week's
Next week's
agenda for a
agenda.
vote.
okay,
on a separate line item. I mean, there's a lot of questions that I gotta find out yet for,
Well, and this looks like a hybrid thing, where we've taken some other positions and we've done away with this kind of. So I'm concerned now, are we going back on, you know, an appointed position is an appointed position?
yeah.
We've just, we just did this with probate court.
and that's why we're doing this.
Right, and I
now, is
understand
to
that,
stay in line
But are we
with that.
setting ourselves up for failure down the road again
Or-
later? Because of the, time off. The vacation time, and
Okay.
things like that.
I
I'm
see
just
what
curious, I just wanna
Okay.
make sure, I'm okay with it, I just wanna make sure we're not setting ourselves or the next board up for another pile of headaches that we've had to deal with, so.
Okay.
Not saying I'm against it, just wanna make sure that,
When we, like personally here, for the overlap, the more the better on mine. If we can afford it, I'd rather have,
wrong item.
well, it goes right into the next one.
We were talking about the,
Yeah, it's the same register of deeds, but,
yeah, so.
well. on this-
If I may, can I just jump in real quick then? The compromise was there just as a matter of expediting. If we want to go the way of petitioning to Merck, my worry is that takes months to pull it out of the union, to go the full salary position with to pull it out of the union will take quite a bit of time. It's something we could still pursue, but the MOU was more of a way of getting the ball rolling quickly here, because we're going to run out of time here between posting and hiring. So I'm not trying to sway your opinion. I completely agree. I wanted to pull it out completely. That would have been my preference to do what we've done with the other positions, and its salary, it does not accrue leave, but
The
it's
question
your
I would
call.
have is, what's the chance of, when we go into negotiations here at the end of the year, can we negotiate this out that way? Then? Out of the union?
That would be my choice. Yeah, my preference.
That's
I just,
what-
yes, and so I understand what Joel's saying,
Just to get this
this
through.
gets us to get somebody hired to train while Carmen is still here.
What you're saying is this does not blind the union
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't,
Okay. salary. That was my
And-
question.
and that's when we planned on dealing with it, was in contract negotiations.
And if that's still the
And any of the
case,
others that fall under,
I would,
Does everyone understand that though?
I
Okay.
sure think so.
well, we're the ones that are gonna be.
I understand it, and now I'm okay with it, this is just a temporary,
Mhm.
Yeah.
so we can start getting somebody trained before we lose all that institutional knowledge walks out the door on us.
Well,
So do we wanna take it back to an action item?
well, no, right now, that all depends on right now, any other questions on this? Consent? Aye.
Aye,
My thing is, are we set on taking this out of the union at that time?
That's our
We're
plan.
making that a
during
plan.
negotiations, we wanna do everything we
Okay,
can
but
to
that's
separate this from
understood,
the
right?
union.
Right.
Yes,
Okay, I'm good with it then.
yeah.
Okay, so consent, so it stays on the consent agenda. And we can always pull it out of the consent agenda next week if
Right.
somebody has more questions about it.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm okay with that now, under those,
Number 9, effective start date for the chief deputy, register of deeds. That's what I was just heading to.
There's option A, B, and C.
Yeah,
A fits within Joel's already allotted budget, I would, you know, why would we not take the most time we can get?
it's a big job and the more training I feel, hands-on is the best.
Yeah.
When
It's
we-
actually a little bit less than the $8,000,
That
it's not
we-
net spending is already in his budget, so.
Mhm.
That was my opinion after reading it, was that why would we not take advantage of 32 days of training?
That was our whole thing, is trying to get that fund up, so we had some money to get people trained.
So we can have some overlap instead of
Yeah.
somebody leaves and then next week the new person starts and there's no overlap, the knowledge is just gone.
Well, 22 days is a month, so that's actually a month and a half then, right? Yeah,
Yeah, 32 working days
yeah,
is,
month and a half.
and they'll spend, for whoever the next person is, will still have questions after that.
No,
Sure,
that's-
so,
6,
that's 32 divided by 5, 6 weeks, a little over 6 weeks. 6 weeks, 2 days. Not counting holidays?
Are
Well,
there
that's
any
what
in
you
that?
recommend.
I don't know, it's
I didn't
a smart
read it.
aleck.
I didn't even see the recommended in quotes.
Yeah,
But that's what I would have asked.
that's what have been mine, yeah.
You got any input on that, what you would think, Nick?
Not really, we do have to have a person in the position,
Right.
and they have to know what they're doing.
She's retired, and
She is
I
retired.
don't want, personally, I would not like wait till she's gone and somebody starts the next day.
Exactly.
You know, the more we can train, especially the hands-on training is invaluable.
So what, you got a date on that or no?
August
August
17th start date would be. So do we have a consensus for the option A?
Yes.
Yes, consensus. Number 10. This is for, didn't we do this already?
You just put it in writing for us, this is also part of what we
But
want to
this
take
is
care of
for the
No,
negotiations.
this is
for
prosecutor.
prosecutor staff.
prosecutor staff.
We also want to take care of during negotiations
Yeah.
this year, so.
They're getting on, this prosecutor staff is in the wrong unit, in my opinion. I think it's in most opinions, it's, you know, they're under the privy of the judge when they should be actually employees of the county.
We've had this discussion before, I think this is the prosecutor letting us know that basically he agrees with that and would like us to pursue rectifying it.
Yes, it's a logical solution if my staff can be removed from their union, and transitioned into the other union depending on the will of the other union and how that goes, but that would be my desire.
And mine also, we wanted this for a while.
This seems logical to me.
Consensus?
Yes. Yes.
Consensus. You walked down just in time for just that one.
Spidey senses were tingling.
I would've been here a half hour earlier, but there's only one of me.
Number 11, Darlene's union co-payout, $21,032.64. I'd like to thank Darlene for her, how many years
Yeah.
she have?
24.
24 years of service.
It's impressive.
Yep. Greatly missed. Consensus?
Consensus,
Yes.
we are.
Yep.
Either
Number
way.
12, notice of resignation of the Alger County Board. Gotta send out a notice of vacancy.
Mike Dugas.
John,
John,
brother,
yeah,
other brother.
same letter. Consensus?
Consensus.
Consensus letter.
And number 13, the RFP response for sheriff patrol computers, the Telerad systems, and 911, under the 911 equipment for $26,684. That will allow our officers to have computer bases right in the cars.
The CAD, interface with the CAD, the
And, yes,
911,
and
print tickets.
it'd be pretty much the same thing state police has.
And the city has it as well.
I think somebody was saying we're the only ones in pretty much most of the state that does not have this.
And the funding is supposed to go through the 911.
Right, yeah.
Nope, it's time.
Any questions?
That's for 3 vehicles, right?
Yep.
None for me. Questions?
No.
No questions.
Consensus?
Yes.
Number 14, Ron's out about a quote for $66,093. I don't think that's worth that truck is not, I don't know if it's worth putting that much in it.
That was my, when I first saw the numbers, that was my gut reaction was,
I mean,
it's a 10-year-old truck.
it was starting to get old, but it was like, well, go ahead and get a bid on it, see what
Right,
it
to see if
costs.
it's worth,
But my personal opinion.
What's wrong with it?
It's got some rust stuff on it going on, 10-year-old truck. In my past experience, every time I had something done like that, it only lasts.
about a year, another year or two, and then
Yeah.
something else is gonna.
But what does it cost to replace it?
The truck?
Yeah.
It's just,
Does it need to be replaced?
it's rust on the
I know,
body panel.
But you're gonna wanna replace the truck.
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
It was rust.
okay. Okay, you're just gonna run.
This is our, this is
Gonna let it
our
run.
county truck.
Gonna let it
our,
get a little flavor
four-wheel
for
drive
a few
with the
more
plow
years.
on it.
Okay.
Brian Hill's the one, the red one.
Oh, that's.
Oh, I thought that was,
That's what the B&G
Yeah.
was.
the, codes guy.
No,
Building codes.
no, he's got that white truck.
Oh, it says building codes on the red one, don't it?
No, it says Elder County on it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They used to, they switched.
The white one is with the one you're thinking of, Mickey, I
Okay.
think is
Yeah.
for Joe Selk.
I think
They
it used
did
to be.
It
It used to be, they switched. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
so,
there we go.
Did we have a result on 14?
that's what we're doing right now.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that, everybody got quiet, so I wasn't sure.
Then I don't know how should we make someone wanna make a motion to knock that off? Should we just take it off together?
Just don't move it forward to next week's agenda.
Yeah, just not move forward. Oh, well, do we have a motion to put it on consent? No? Drop it off?
Well, we have the consent agenda anyway, and somebody sees that, they can ask about it, right?
Well, we're just not gonna.
We're not gonna approve
Oh,
it.
we're not gonna put that on,
On the
okay,
consent agenda. no.
okay, just don't approve it.
We're consenting not to consent
Not
to
to,
this one.
yes.
I get you.
Number 15, elevator quotes. I'd like to do the bare minimum. I don't believe we need to have a new interior. It's,
When we're comparing pineapples to papayas to freaking dragon fruit here too, I mean, nothing's,
yeah,
there's no continuity between the,
Otis, for the C Otis for 50 or
keep it safe,
25,
make it work.
40. And that's just the two things that we have to do by law to bring it up to code. That's more into the idea that we were looking at, into that 30, when we were looking at it 6 months ago, they were
Yeah.
talking it's gonna be $30,000-$40,000.
yeah, not 121 or 122.
Right, so, anybody else got any questions on that, or any input?
So you're looking at,
So you're just doing C then?
That's my suggestion, if
Is that what
anybody
you're
else.
talking about?
Yeah. That brings us up to state certification.
it's compliant with what they're looking for.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I'll go with you.
Consensus on C?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Number 16, MGT Master Service Agreement number 1. I gotta get through the older
I
stuff.
gotta get past Otis here. There we go.
Very good.
There. And that is for all of our. This is all of our Title V, sir, or Title IV?
Yep, 4. So, yeah, friend of the court prosecutor's office.
Any questions on that?
I don't have any.
Do we have consensus?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Number 17, authorize using the first floor county courtroom for early voting. Make it a lot easier.
Heck yeah, keeps it on the first floor, easier to secure. I think it's a no-brainer. Why, as long as that space is empty, you might as well make the best use of it, so.
Probate court.
Yeah, probably wing there.
Is there enough room in there?
It's empty.
Oh, no, I mean, is it a big room like this?
Oh, it's not this big, but
Oh,
it's bigger
but
than it
you
needs to
have
be.
enough room in
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be easier for the
I've never been in there, so.
I think if they didn't
Not
have
easier for the
their-
public.
Yeah, it
First
would
floor
be.
access,
Absolutely.
it's easy to secure.
Do we have consensus?
Consensus?
Any unfinished business, Sherry?
No,
I gotta hold up for a second. Chicken scratching done?
yes, my chicken scratching is done, thank you.
Financial matters, board bills. Everybody had a chance to read the board bills? They were approved. July 7th, a committee, and the financial reports of all funds.
No questions.
Consensus to accept?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Any resolutions? Nope. Committee reports, Mick? What do we have?
Had LMAS, but that wasn't very, didn't do much there. They're getting ready for the fair, the Alger County Fair Board. And, they're gonna have the, mechanical bulls, so.
You're not letting people cheat and practice on it, right?
The kids have been on it.
Somebody's gotta play with it,
Yeah.
learn how to use it.
Who's the controller?
I don't know who's gonna control it. Not me, I'm not.
I got a standing bet, $20, that my wife will beat both our kids, so if anybody's looking for some entertainment.
I wouldn't bet against her.
That's all I have.
I had the same one.
I didn't have any, got a last minute, if I wouldn't have had to come back into town on Tuesday to get parts to fix the camper, I wouldn't even known about it. I will talk to the gentleman from the EAA about their Young Eagles program. We did not have any advance notification.
Yeah.
The first notification we received was on Tuesday, that's why it's in your packet right now. They did get it taken care of immediately, but I will talk to them and remind them that when you decide in like December or January what day you want, we need to know. Cause then, for nothing else, we can advertise it, so I don't even know, I was gone, so I don't know
Yeah.
how good the turnout was, it was short. You know, cause usually we get a pretty good social media pounding out there to spread the word, and it's one of their best events. Well, that's still pretty good then,
Yeah,
but it's usually like 50-51.
right, at that time, that was Monday
Okay,
or Tuesday.
well, that's good.
If, when you talk to them, if you can ask them, this looks like it's gonna be every year thing.
Yeah.
If we can just get put on their insurance, added to their insurance, that way, it should be to where if they cancel it, every year they send it to us. When they renew it, we get a copy, and then it should be automatic.
Yeah, I mean, and they can, once they know, they have to know the specific dates. I
Right.
see what you're saying, but yeah, they have to put the dates on this,
But with the insurance, then it just automatically
Right.
does, yeah, so.
and I don't know, and this is, now this, cause last year it wasn't until August.
Well, that's,
And
yeah.
we would, but it seems, it does work better in July, so we'll sit down, we'll get it figured out, just a little hiccup, but I just want everybody to know that that's why it's,
I did call all
In
the
the packet,
commissioners and
so-
asked them about it, told them what's going on, so.
yeah, and they knew what we needed, we've been doing this has been the
This will be third
third
year.
year now, so.
Do they pick a date ahead of time?
The club does,
Oh, okay,
and so that's all on them, this is their program, we're just there to
Oh, okay.
facilitate.
that's a good program.
Oh, it's a great program, we wanna keep them coming, so.
Yeah, if you could get a date maybe a couple weeks ahead of time, you know,
They make
Like
it-
a couple of months ahead of time
yeah,
at least,
if you could,
and that way we can get it out there.
yeah.
And maybe, cause we'd like to eventually, we'd like to be able to, they'd be the highlight, but also have some other things at the same time,
Sure, yep,
you know, make
a
a
lot of
nice
area out there.
day of it. and
That
stuff,
one year,
so-
they had food truck up there?
Yep, yeah, cause we had it in conjunction with the RAF was flying in too, so some of them came and helped with the Young Eagles program, and then they were all there, yeah, we had a lot of airplanes on the field that weekend, a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I was camping, so I didn't have any other committee meetings,
Bob,
just on fire.
Pathways took the month off.
I do have one thing to add though, that with State Fair, they took it over, it's the 20th year anniversary, have going on its own, away from the state.
Yep,
The state used to put in $100,000 a year to run that. We got over $500,000 in the bank right now and 4 new buildings since that was been put on there. Done by private people instead of state. Just acknowledge that, you know.
Any correspondence, Jerry?
I don't believe so.
Board comments, Nikki?
Oh, wait.
Wait,
QPAD notice. And the bike trail,
the municipal,
Municipal
Bike
Day
Trail Network.
Network
they sent us a letter.
sponsorship invitation.
they sent it to every business.
QPAD's having their regional meeting down here,
Oh, yeah,
24th,
yeah,
and then go for a boat ride.
yeah.
And then there's a letter from the LMAS.
Not about LMAS, not from.
About,
I don't know, I think she was supposed to call, but I don't know if they did, it's, to reserve this room on July 24th
For QPAD,
for QPAD for or monthly meeting. We usually have QPAD in Escanaba every month, we're gonna have it
yes,
here, but we need to reserve this
what day?
July 24th, 12:30 PM.
Which is perfect because early voting starts the next day, and since we already approved to move it in the other area, this room frees up.
Is that a picture of your boat there, Dean?
No,
no.
wrong, I
QPAD?
think she did that just because she knows I don't like rainbows.
At 12,
That you on the front?
12:30. So quickly? Board comments, I don't have any comments.
None,
Bob?
no,
I do, I give you a letter
yep,
about the, Supreme Court ruling on that flock cameras, it's unconstitutional. They did that on the 29th of June of 2026. And I think the cameras, how many cameras do we have in the county?
2.
2? Then they're unconstitutional, right?
they're not
I
flock
haven't-
cameras,
I haven't read this yet.
Oh, okay,
and our cameras aren't flock, so
what are they?
it's a whole different thing. The flock camera is a specific program. From what, and I'm no expert by any means.
I'm not
I've
either.
read
I was just giving
enough
it.
articles that, yeah, it's a different.
What 2 cameras are you talking about?
GPS device,
License plate readers.
yeah, we're talking about license plate readers.
These flock cameras are like be like a pole camera down in the park, which are our cameras down there, just for the record. And the golden toilet.
Anyway, I was given that to give to you guys.
Yep, nope.
Staff comment?
I still like Dean's boat.
Thank you. Staff comments, Jerry,
No, thanking you.
Sheriff Department,
I appreciate the, AVL we're gonna get with the CAD system, so they'll know right where every car is. Huge safety. The state police have had it for years. I'm glad that we're finally gonna have it.
well, this response time too, they'll be able to look at the CAD and
Yep.
say, we got somebody right here or here, which way they're going, who's the
And go
quickest?
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's huge. Thank you.
prosecutor?
I'm thankful also for the computers and the cruisers. I think it's gonna do a lot to increase the confidence of our officers on the road, bring them into the 21st century so that they're spending more time doing their job, less time doing paperwork in the office. Thank you for that.
Ambulance?
Just FYI, there is an EMT class we are trying to get. We have 4 people signed up for Alger County, and it does start August 25th. If you know anybody, please have them reach out to me or to the school or Mark has
When's it
school
start
EMT.
again?
August 25th.
Sorry.
I know, it's early this year.
Mm.
But we get done a little earlier. So, we're reaching out in Burt Township and Rock River is really where we're trying to get a few responders out in that area.
Anybody?
Can't force anybody to do it, but.
Lillian?
Nothing really to add. Thank you.
Brief public comment? Motion to adjourn? See you later, Joel.
It doesn't take a motion for this one.
But
Back with your pocketbook.
Come back.
It is confusing between the two meetings, and this one you don't even need a motion. You can just adjourn this
Yeah.
meeting.
We'll see if I can get a group together.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yep, you too.
Well,
I'm pretty sure he knew that.
There's, Katie,
We don't
Wherever
have
the
to
sheriff's
set up.
department decides to deploy them.
They're
so
portable.
if I could get some.
Set up wherever
people that
we need
just
them.
recently
Like,
got
we
here.
did put some up after the start of things, just in different places, just to see if we had any activity in there.
Carrying anything on their truck.
Works out a
You know,
lot
it's like,
less.
you don't know how to do it.
Off of Wayne.
But-
We have to clean updates 4 times a day.
There's a real bunch of pens up there, if you're short on pens in your office,
The only
that's
kind
what I
of
got.
camera carries.
Oh, I've seen a whole bunch of them up there. You know what, Dean?
I'll just do the system.
But you might want to sign.
This license plate was-
I had them stuck in there.
It's the same
So we
system.
did,
I
yeah.
didn't lay it, yeah.
And I wouldn't have anyway.
Oh,
I know Joel always keeps some in over there.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have a good week, eh?
We got a meeting
Across
tonight
the bridge
too?
here, and went here, oh, here, okay.